Hello my fellow outlaws, today we're going to learn how to swap out our main horse for a gang horse using Save Wizard. So first we're going to go to the Valentine stable and pick out the horse we want to swap with. So you want to already have the name and the appearance that you want your gang horse to have before you go into Save Wizard, because gang horses can't be brought into the stable, unfortunately. So now that we have our horse, let's jump over to the PS4 and download our save onto our USB drive. So you're going to want to go down to Application Save Management. And then you're going to copy the save that you want to use onto your USB device. Don't use the backup or the autosave. So now we're going to head over to the website where we're going to find our PED models to use. The link will be in the description. So we're going to look for the American Standard Bred Palomino Dapple. And now once we've found that, we're going to copy the tag and put it into the hash generator to get the hex codes that we're going to use to swap out our horses. So you paste it in there, press hash, and then you have the hex code there. Interesting thing about the American Standard Bred, for some reason they forgot to add the 0 at the very beginning. This typically doesn't happen, but in this case I had to add a 0 in there because it was missing one of the key elements to it. So now we're going to open up Save Wizard and we're going to go to the save that we want to alter. Make sure you press Advanced Mode. We're going to use the looking glass to type in that hex code, and you're going to have 2 of these in there, and you're going to replace both of them with a horse's hex code that you're going to replace it with. So in this case, Dutch's horse, the Count. So we're going to find that and paste that in there. And so that's the hex code right there that you're going to copy in there. So we're going to load it back up. And now we're going to type in the hex code on our keyboards. So once you have it typed in, you're going to press find again, so you find the second one. And this is the most important one because this one is specifically linked to your main horse. You'll see the name, that's what my cursor is circling around on, right there to your right. So that tells you that that's your main horse that you're looking at. And so you're going to type it in again. And once you've replaced both codes, all that's left to do is press apply. And you're going to press yes. And now we just wait for it to download. Okay, awesome. And now we're ready to go back into our PS4, go back to settings, and go to the exact same place again. But this time you're going to go to save data on USB storage device. And we're going to select the save that we were just altering and press copy. If that comes up, press yes. And now we're going to load into our game. Now keep in mind when you load in for the first time, it's going to load in your auto save, which means that your horse is going to be the same horse as before. So in this case, we're going to turn around Arthur and he's going to see that his horse is still the Palomino Dapple. But we can fix that by loading up the save that we just altered. So we'll go do that. Okay, so now that we're loaded back into our main save, you'll see that when Arthur finally turns around, that we have the Count as our horse. And you can study him, you can ask him to follow you, stay, and of course flee, the most important one, right? But the thing is, you cannot lead gang horses, unfortunately. That is a little bit of a fallback, and even if you do bond with a gang horse, the animations that come with bonding do not work with the gang horses, so you can't get the Count to rear up. And one of the main ways to bond with these gang horses is to feed them and brush them, and then of course hitch them. Petting them doesn't really seem to do much with them, I don't know why. But now that we know that this works, let's talk about the cons and the bugs. So first off, as I said earlier, you can't bring a gang horse into the stable. We'll have John and Old Boy show us that. But there is a fix to that. We have another save with John and Baylog. Don't even ask about this save, it's crazy. And we just need to use the horse station to summon our other horses if we want to switch out horses. And thankfully we can just get Baylog back just by simply pressing the horse station button again. So there's a fix at least for that. But there is one thing that does happen on occasion. It's a glitch where you'll load in and NPCs will think that you just stole a horse, so that's fun. There's not really much of a fix for this other than, I guess, like, try not to save in a city. But I mean, it happens every now and again. It doesn't happen all the time, so it's a small price to pay. Just like regular horses in the game, gang horses work just as well with the cutscenes. So here are a few examples. As always, thanks for watching and ride on, cowpokes.